maybe you have some advices for that question. For example, when I work, I am focused on what I would like to build at the end, when this goal. But there is a lot of way to reach this goal, and I am often tempted to do one thing. And do you think I have only to focus in the first idea? For example, I would like to go in United States. Yeah, to reach
mission accomplished. You're here.
Yeah, I'm here, and to reach some people. And to do that, I have a lot of ways to do that. I can call, I can send emails, I can go in the United States and go in directly in the company. I can contact every people are able to introduce me to others. There is a lot of ideas, a lot of ways. I can contact them by their blog, by mail, by email, by Facebook, by LinkedIn, by Twitter, and sometimes I have some difficulties to make priorities. Yeah, you understand what I mean?
Yep.
And maybe I am sometimes like a crazy dog. Focus on my goal, but a crazy dog, a local crazy dog. Yeah, do you have some tips to improve that? I know I am not alone in this case, and it will help people.
Really good questions again. And well, first of all, I would say, look, if what you're doing to organize yourself is working, keep doing it, right? There's no need in radically changing anything. But if you know that it's really broken, then maybe you want to do kind of a reboot, right? But it's all about introducing small things at once, right? So are you familiar with Kaizen?
Yeah, I love this concept.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very big part of what we do in Simpleology. We know, historically speaking, that when you attempt to make radical change,
it doesn't work.
Usually doesn't, right? Sometimes it does.
Yeah, for someone and sometimes.
Yeah, someone and sometimes. Maybe it's a dramatic event occurs, right? Or something huge happens, or you meet a great person who comes in and is able to change everything for you all of a sudden. But this is a rare case, very rare case. Most of the time you have to introduce change very slowly. So in terms of what you're talking about, the software answers that in this way. So I think you do have to course correct a little bit from time to time. It's very rare that you have a plan that is perfectly executed till the end. Now that Mike Tyson quote, there's a quote from, I believe it was von Clausewitz. So he was a famous military scholar from Austria, and he says, no battle plan survives the first point of contact with the enemy, right?
Yeah.
So when the enemy is there, you're not going to go, well, they're shooting at us, but we said we were supposed to go over here, even though you're going to get killed, right?
Yeah.
So you've got to say, we can't really do that. So as entrepreneurs, things aren't usually that dire. You don't have to make changes that instantly, usually, right? In fact, if you do make changes that instantly, you're probably not going to go in the right place because your brain's going to be overloaded. So what we say is, look, create blocks of stuff to do. Get that block of stuff done. And then the next time you do start my day, now you can re-examine that, right? So if you spend your day constantly in indecision, wondering, what to do in this moment, you're never going to get anything done. So you have to short circuit that process of indecision, right? And you have to do it violently. And the system is a way of helping people to do that, all right?
Yeah, okay.
So we short circuit the indecision, and then we also prevent you from going from one thing to the next because you start each morning with a plan. Now, at the end of the day, you're going to look at that and you're going to go, some of that was the right thing to do. Some of it was the wrong thing to do. But the more important thing that you got out of that is that you are building up the muscle, the habit muscle of taking action on things. It's very, very important to take decisive action on things. And that's actually more important than the specific actions themselves most of the time.
Yeah, I think the first step I learned to do that. I take a lot of actions and I take action quickly. So it's the first step.
Mm.
Yeah, you gave me some answers, and I see more what I can do. I will take a specific example. For example, I decided the morning that today I will contact American people by LinkedIn, and it is my goal. It is the block. Should I have to finish for example, my goal is to contact this list. I built a list of people and I want to contact them. There are 300 people, 300 American people, and before to finish it, I have an idea, and I feel a lot of excitement because it is a new idea. And do I have to follow this one, or do I have to finish the 300, for example?
I would say almost always finish that list, right? Because, we entrepreneurs, we get excited about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it is maybe my main challenge.
Yeah, but it's a blessing, but also a disease, right?
Yeah.
Simultaneously. So that's why I say you get that great idea, get in the habit of putting it in your dream catcher, right? And then tomorrow, when you do start my day, you can remember how brilliant you were, right? And you go, yes, there's this great idea. Now the really cool thing about this is you're training your brain, to say, okay, I'm not forgetting this idea. I don't have to feel any anxiety about not taking action on it because I know tomorrow morning I'm going to start my day, and
maybe this new action.
Maybe with this new action, maybe not. Maybe when I look at it and go, you know what, that was a great idea in the moment, but now when I compare this to what my long-term plan is, you know what, it's actually not the best thing to do. Yeah. Right? Now, we can talk about priorities as well, because we have a methodology for handling that too. There's a very specific mathematical formula you can use to prioritize in the most efficient way.